Hello everyone, this is Bruce from Kraken Gypsies. Today we'll be playing Yasuo versus Nautilus. We've only beat Nautilus once with him. Our best run was 24 minutes, 30 Nexus health. We're recording this for the viewer's sake. Hopefully this goes well. I don't remember what I actually used the last time, so this should actually be kind of challenging in a way. We have our first power here. We are going to go with Welcome Gifts. And we are going to go into the Beast Below. Okay. So, this is our starting hand. We are going to replace both of the Will of Ionia cards. Our Yasuo is 2 stars at this point. We are running Everfrost on him, so whenever he's summoned, he gets the stun, and the stun will help him level up. This is our turn 1. We don't want to drop down to Void Blade Scout immediately. We want to drop down to Blast Cone Seedling with Impact. This will be able to provide us the most damage turn 1. So we can still attack with this. Since we have Impact, we'll still get some damage off. But it won't be able to destroy the card. And we'll end the round there. We'll now drop down the Shadow Assassin.
The dark beckons.
We want to block the Thorny Toad with the Shadow Assassin, and we'll take down the Dredgers with our Blast Cone Seedling. And we'll pass. We now want to drop down Yasuo.
Sleep is for the guiltless.
He gets a free attack off, which destroys the unit that they had. Unfortunately, they do have another. We are going to attack with both here, and we are going to commit to that attack. I don't mind if Yasuo loses 1 health. And we'll end the round there. They drop down the Beast Below. What we're going to do is we are going to use Concussive Palm on it. And now we're going to use our Regeneration, Tail of the Dragon, to block the Thorny Toad. So it will take 1 damage, but with it having Regenerate, it's going to heal its damage. And we're going to pass. We're now going to attack with all of our cards.
Night falls.
We are not going to challenge it. And that will net us the first round win. Sorry, first match win.
I will regain my honor.
Now we have the rewards from the match. These are all pretty bad. I guess I could go Xenotype Researchers. Oh no, I should go Shield Vault. At least there's the stun and spuffing cards. It works better with Yasuo. All of these cards are kind of rough for Yasuo. We're going to reroll. Same with these, except we have to understand that we are against Nautilus later on. Having Trinamir with Quick Attack might be okay. Having Yuumi with Spell Shields, whatever. Having Lulu with Black Cleaver is good, but I still don't think it's the best, so we're going to reroll again. Out of these, once again, there really isn't anything great here. I'll go with Lysandra. And we're going to go into Devourer of the Depth. We want to buff up our Yasuo with items. Because right now, we got some pretty lackluster rewards in general. I'm not too thrilled. So this is actually going to be pretty challenging for us, I think. A lot more challenging than we'd expect. Turn 1, we drop down Lysandra here.
Ages pass, yet I remain.
We do want to attack.
I am inevitable.
Actually, we don't need to attack. We're just going to pass instead. So they do give our Lysandra vulnerable, that's okay. We'll drop down the Fade Blade Twirler. And we'll just skip the block, eat the damage. It was kind of silly for them to challenge Lysandra with the red fin.
I dare you.
That was pretty pointless. We're going to drop down... Actually, we're going to attack immediately. Screw it. This will heal our Nexus too because we have lifesteal on our Fade Blade Twirler. It would have healed our Nexus more. However, we only lost so much damage. And we are going to drop down Yasuo.
Sleep is for the guiltless.
That gets rid of the dredgers. And we'll end the round there. So they are challenging our Lysandra again. We are going to use Concussive Palm to stun.
Here's our chance.
Which then protects our Lysandra. And now we'll drop down another Frozen Throw. And we'll pass.
Underestimate. I dare you.
We're now going to attack with all of our units. And we'll commit to that. As you can see, survival of the fittest. It could be problematic for decks that can control singular units. Since Yasuo can, with the stuns, it's no big deal. As long as we just block it. Alright, we get the rewards from it. Which will be a bunch of junk. Yay! Alright, we're going to go for Legion General, just because it has the self-buffing when things are stunned. And we're going to go into the champion item chest. We're going to pick the pickaxe for Yasuo. It has quick attack. That's going to help us out a little bit. It's not the best item, it's not the worst. We are going to go for Decisive Maneuver, but before we do that, we're going to check out the powers. We don't need Fast Deal, so we're just going to go with this. I don't think there's anything else that I need off of this. Cold resistance is okay. We're going to go for Fast Deal anyways. So as you can see, we have 3 options here. We have an item chest, a spell chest, and a gold chest. Gold chest, spell chest, item chest. We want to go for the item chest. We're going to go up against the Unscarred Reaver. This is a really hard fight, and the other one's a lot more fun. But we're going to try this challenge and see if we can get through it. We want to replace Steel Tempest and Will of Ionia. We want to drop down the Fade Blade Twirler, turn 1.
Think you're fast? Cute.
It also got lifesteal this game.
Here's our chance.
Now we want to drop down the Blast Cone Seedling since it's elusive. We want to give it impact as well.
This land is ours.
We'll attack with both.
Try to keep
This is a risky attack because we're going to lose one of our units here.
I'll take everything.
We hit them for 4 and that's okay for us.
We'll take what we need to survive.
We're going to drop down Yasuo.
Sleep is for the guiltless.
That gets rid of their Ruthless Raider. And they end the round there.
Just another winter.
So this is a when it's summoned effect, so we're going to wait off on that. We have to be careful here, because they could just drop down the Scar Grounds. The Unscarred Reaver is going to be really strong. That's something we have to worry about. We could drop down Shadow Assassin for free, or we can attack with both.
Life and death on a blade's edge.
Yeah, we'll attack with both. We'll challenge the Unscarred Reaver, and we'll commit to that attack.
Worthy of the winter's claw!
Yasuo survives, which is good.
We feast tonight, Barg.
And we'll now drop down our Blast Cone Seedling. Impact, of course. We'll drop down Lysandra.
Secrets hidden by frost.
And we'll drop down the other Frozen Throw. We'll end around there.
Brothers born from battle.
Okay, we're going to buff Yasuo here, and we are going to stun the Unscarred Reaver. Off the bat. It's a slow spell, which means they'll get a turn after this. But that gets rid of her. Now we're going to stun an attacking enemy. We are going to stun the one with the most damage. And now we're going to use our Blast Cone Seedling to block that. And we'll use Lysandra
You cannot fight
to block the one that only has 2 power.
Haseki! This will be a fine storm. No one is promised tomorrow.
We now have Yasuo leveled up.
Just another winter.
We're going to drop down the Elusive Assassin.
The dark beckons. In the warm
And we'll pass there.
Feed my
So because we have the stun on our attack turn, we got rid of that one unit. We could drop down the Legion General. I think that's a good idea, actually. We're going to get rid of one of the Frozen Thralls.
We will not fail.
And now we're going to attack with all of our units.
Blade never gets any lighter.
We are going to challenge the Bull. Elnuck. Because it is a stronger card. We don't want to attack
Close the distance.
with Lysandra or the Blast Cone Seedling. The reason for it is because it will just get blown out of the water. And we don't want the Unscarred Reaver to get free power.
We have them now. Brother.
We'll end the round there. Unfortunately for us, we don't have the... Like, if we committed to that attack, we'd be kind of in a pickle, I guess you could say, on this turn. So we're not going to stun it with Concussive Palm because it'll summon a unit. We won't be getting that unit. We're going to recall it. And this will let Yasuo destroy it.
If the journey doesn't get you the road right. Pledge to Sejuani's service.
We're just going to pass. We're not going to use anything. I thought about it. Alright, we are going to attack with everyone here.
The cold creeps in.
And we're going to commit to that. And that'll be the Unscarred Reaver defeated without taking any Nexus health.
I will regain my honor.
So, from this, we can go for the God Willow Seedling. It's free, because it has Chalice of Harmony. It also helps us with the recall stuns. We are going to get Farsight on Shield Vault. That will help us too. We have the healer node. We are going to... I mean, I guess we could cut Frozen Thrall since we don't expect to use it. But we're just going to leave it for now. Now we're going to go up against Sejuani.
Trust nothing but your strength.
Sejuani is a pain in the ass for a lot of champions. Yasuo, I feel, is one of them. If we can control her with our stuns, we'll be okay. As you can see, they start with 2 spell mana. They start with 4 cards. So this is actually more or less an even fight. We have 5 more Nexus health in them. That's the only thing that doesn't make this an even fight. We are going to drop down... Yeah, we'll drop down Lysandra.
I will bury
I had to think about how God Willow Seedling would work for this. Okay, that's fine. God Willow Seedling, recall Lysandra.
You will do as I command.
This gets us 2 Frozen Thralls instead of just 1. And now we attack here.
The cold creeps in. Succumb.
1 around there.
If they're out there, I'll spot them.
Okay, we now want to drop down the other Lysandra.
A dark cloud looms on the horizon.
We'll block
You cannot fight
the
the
2-1 with Lysandra and that'll destroy it. Yeah, we took a lot of Nexus damage off that though. We do not want to summon our last Frozen Thrall. We do want to drop down Yasuo.
Sleep is for the guiltless.
And they do Frostbite him here. We're going to attack with Lysandra.
I am inevitable.
She has Scout, so we'll see how the Scout keyword works. As you can see, I got a free attack. They're now going to destroy my Yasuo. That's really bad for us.
Plans within plans.
We get another attack off with Lysandra. And we're going to have to end around there.
Embrace the cold.
So, there's a lot that we can do. And there's a lot that we don't want to do. We want to make sure that we can survive here. We're going to use our Firm Build to block that.
You cannot fight
And
the
we'll
cold.
block that like that. And we will use Steel Tempest on the 4-9 unit. I think that's a pretty good block for us. We now have room in our hand. We're going to drop down the... Or, sorry, room on our board. We're going to drop down the Fade Blade Twirler for our next round.
Now who's got the upper hand?
We're going to attack with Lysandra immediately.
I am inevitable.
This turn, they do get Sejuani.
Bow to no one, then die.
We are now going to use Shield Vault to buff our Fade Blade Twirler and stun Sejuani.
Underestimate me. I dare you.
We now want to attack with Fade Blade Twirler,
Don't summon your own speed.
and we'll commit to that attack. As you can see, we are playing really strategically here. We're trying to be as careful as we can be.
Born for conquest. The fruits of conquest.
So this looks pretty bad. We are going to entomb Sejuani. We are going to block one of the 1/5s. We are going to block the 3/1.
See these moves up close?
And we are going to call it there, actually. Since Lysandra has tough, she does not take damage from blocking that unit. And that's a pretty good defensive round for us. Yes, we took damage, but it's okay. It's manageable.
Here's our chance.
Alright, and this is the last attack we need, hopefully.
The cold.
We're going to attack with our Scouting Lysandra. And that's going to be game. I can definitely see people having issues with that. I personally have a level 10 Yasuo. He's 2 stars. I could have lost that. I could easily see people losing it. You're just going to have to get lucky, I guess, with picks. We are going to go for Salvage Shield on Yasuo. That makes him more tanky. He has quick attack, so you might be like, well, why do you need tankiness on him? Well, the thing is that we're going to go up against Nautilus. And Nautilus is really strong. He has 13 health if he's able to summon Nautilus. And we don't want him to do that, so we're going to try to buff Yasuo up to make sure he can take damage. Here we have a couple options. Flexible game plans, okay. Endurance is okay. Crush is preferred, so we can utilize Overwhelm. We're going to go into the Abyssal Eye, and we are going to go into the node after. Hopefully we beat it. I'd assume we will. And we want the item chest. Alright, so we are going to replace Will of Ionia. We are going to replace Shield Vault. And we're going to be cool with that.
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
Alright, so we're going to do something kind of neat. We're going to drop down the Void Blade Scout.
Quietly. For the tribe.
Alright, well, we can't do anything neat. Never mind. I take that back. I lied.
我神妖圖 Jesus。
We're going to take 4 damage instead. We're going to drop down God Willow Seedling. Replace.
Got what I came for.
We're going to replace the Void Blade Scout. We're going to drop down another God Willow Seedling.
Something for the road.
And we are going to end the round there. This is our turn 3. We are going to drop down Shadow Assassin.
Silent as death.
I'm still good to scrap.
We're going to attack.
I will play my part.
And we're going to pass. We'll now be using Yasuo.
Sleep is for the guiltless.
As we can see, it's filling up its board with units. This is kind of rough for us. We only have 2 units.
Behind ya.
No matter what, we're taking damage here.
Cannot escape.
Yasuo does have regenerate, so we are going to utilize that.
Hope you brought friends. I alone.
And we're going to block the Legion Saboteur.
Damn it.
And we'll pass.
Maybe I do have a future.
So that levels up our Yasuo.
Got what I came for. Don't ask how I got it.
We're now going to drop down our Legion General.
We will not fail.
And we are going to attack with everyone.
Life and death on a blade's edge.
Shadow.
My bud got what I came for.
One around there. We're going to stun the Boxtopus. Now we'll get rid of it and give us an extra unit.
Who's on top of the battle?
We're now going to buff the Concussive Palm, and we are going to stun the Hired Gun, which will also get rid of it. They summoned 2 more units, which kind of suck for us.
Something for the road. Catch me if you can.
We don't have an elusive unit, so we can't block.
Got what I came for.
We would if we dropped down the Void Blade Scout. We're not going to. We're just going to pass. We should have used the Fleeting Concussive Palm instead. We are going to buff our Concussive Palm again, and we are going to stun the Watchful Idol, which will get rid of it.
I alone stand against.
We'll drop down Fey Blade Twirler.
Big blade for a little warrior.
We'll drop down Shadow Assassin.
The Order rewards its faithful.
And we'll drop down the Navori Blade Scout.
They'll never see me coming.
We'll attack with all.
Blade never gets any lighter.
We do have Challenger on the Shadow Assassin. So we are going to challenge, I guess. That way our Navori Blade Scout lives.
Looking for this. My pocket.
Master.
We did sustain a lot of damage from that fight. They have unit advantage because we have God Willow, which is both a good card and a bad card. Whenever you have landmarks, it's kind of rough for Path of Champions in general, I think. We're going to get the recall, and it will summon a 1-cost champion. I don't know how this works, but we're going to go for Haunting Trophy on the Frozen Thrall. That actually might help us. Now we have the shop. We're going to immediately look at the power as Reunited. That's kind of whatever. We'll go for the Everosian Sentry since it's free. And we will go for the Rhyme Tusk Shaman because it has the Vampiric Scepter. We either go up against the Feral Mystic and into the Dredgers, or we go into the Y'all Hunters and into the item chest. We are going to go for the item chest. Okay, we want to replace Shield Vault, we want to replace Steel Tempest, and we want to replace Concussive Palm. We kind of do want to make sure we can get our good cards early. Unfortunately, we got 2 Yones. That's not going to help us any. But we did draw both of our champions here. We dropped down Lysandra.
Ages pass, yet I remain.
And the Frozen Thrall did reduce the enemy's attack by 1. And that seems to actually be permanent. And as you can see, it has the area, like the weird area effect on the card itself. That's what it's glowing radiation kind of thing is. It's hard to explain. We'll drop down the Navori Blade Scout.
The wrong row?
We have the recall. We are going to recall the Navori Blade Scout. This will give us another champion. Likely Teemo. Oh, we got Fizz. That's even better for us, actually.
Quietly.
And this helps us get more damage off turn 1. We're going to attack with everyone.
Frost gathers.
And we'll attack for 7.
Succumb.
That will end the round. It's our attack turn. It's turn 4. We're going to drop down Yasuo.
Sleep is
That will stun the Dredgers, and it will also take damage. We'll end the round there. Then, once our attack token comes around, it gets stunned again. Yasuo will destroy it. Doesn't seem like he levels up just yet. It might be next turn. Alright, now we are going to attack.
I am inevitable.
So, we have the option to wait. But I think attacking immediately is better for us.
Embrace the cold.
We are going to Shield Vault. We're going to buff Fizz and stun the Abyssal Eye.
No one is promised tomorrow.
That leveled up Yasuo, which is what we wanted to do. Now we're going to drop down to Fade Blade Twirler. Yeah, it was kind of backwards. It's okay.
Fast strikes.
And we're going to end the round there.
Oh no!
Unfortunately, they're looking to devour our Fizz. So, what we're going to do is Will of Ionia, their elusive Abyssal Eye, and that's going to stop the Devour.
If the journey doesn't get
And we'll also destroy the Abyssal Eye. And we'll end the round there, since they chose not to attack.
Here's our chance.
We do get rid of Devourer of the Depth from stunning it in Yasuo's skill. We were trying to stall to get the Shaman that has Vampiric Scepter. It didn't happen though,
Succumb.
so we're not going to be able to beat Nautilus with full Nexus health unless we are able to draw her at that point. Alright, we now get the item rewards. We are going to go for the Vampiric Scepter on the Blastcone Seedling. That might help us, actually. We might actually be able to get through this with full health. Having Shadow Tome on Fade Blade Twirler is okay. It's whatever. I guess we'll go with it. We are definitely going to heal the 7. And we're now up against Nautilus. We heal 2 from our Nexus power. This is a pretty good hand. We're going to keep this. We start with the attack token. Okay, so since our recall is fleeting, we'll drop down Navori Blade Scout.
Quietly.
And we'll recall it. I think I'll just get rid of the Spell Shield. Oh no, okay, it doesn't go through Spell Shield. Alright, we are going to attack with Annie. If it chooses to block, it will be defeated by her spell. Annie is actually pretty good for us, since a lot of our stuff is spells. We'll skip the block here. We'll drop down the Fade Blade Twirler.
Think you're fast?
We can't use the ephemeral copy of it. That's okay. We can get the stun, and it's powering up for our attack turn.
Here's our chance.
Okay, we will drop down Yasuo immediately.
Sleep is for
That will destroy the dredgers. And that will also power up our Fade Blade Twirler even more. They do stun our Yasuo. We don't have any more mana to use, so we're just going to attack for 7. And we'll end the round there. They do use Sunk Cost here. That puts the Fade Blade Twirler back into our deck. That's okay, actually. We're going to drop down Lysandra.
Ages pass, yet I remain.
And we'll drop down the other Fade Blade Twirler.
big blade for a little warrior.
Once again, we can't utilize Shadow Totem. We are going to attack with everyone.
One blade, one purpose.
They get Nautilus next turn. So this is going to be really, really rough. We need to get 2 stuns as well, so Yasuo can level up. We're going to drop down the Blast Cone Seedling. Impact as always. Get rid of the 1 Frozen Thrall, and that will heal our Nexus some. And we're going to end the round there. There's Nautilus. We are going to use Decisive Maneuver, I suppose. We're going to... Actually, we don't need to stun him. We're going to stun the other unit. And that will buff all of our units.
Underestimate me. I dare you.
Yes, that is better on our attack turn. That's okay. And... Well, Nautilus is 8 away from deep. We're going to end it there for now.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Alright, that levels Yasuo
No
up.
one is promised tomorrow.
Alright, so we do have Scout on the Blast Cone Seedling. We're not going to worry about Scout. We're just going to attack with everything we have.
Blade never gets any lighter.
And we are going to commit to that. Yasuo has Overwhelm here. We're going to use Concussive Palm on Nautilus, and that's going to be game.
First the smoke, then the fire, then the jitters!
Here's our chance.
I think they did a really good job on Annie's level up, by the way. And that's that. We defeated Nautilus once again.
Did you like that, Tibbers? Wasn't it fun?
As you can see, that's one way of defeating Nautilus with Yasuo. There's a lot of other ways. It was actually kind of challenging for me, not going to lie. I can definitely see people having a hard time. We only got an 8 that time. That's okay. We didn't use any of our revives. Here are our cards. They had okay powers. Okay items. Our powers were very lackluster for what we were trying to do. It's whatever. Alright. Anyways, this is Bruce from Kraken Gypsies. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Like and subscribe to our videos if you haven't already. We enjoy the support. It does help us tremendously, and we want to help you guys get through all these Path of Champions challenges. Alright, take care everyone. Check us out on Twitch if you haven't already. Stay Kraken.